I've been waiting to do that for the last 3 hours, since before lunch.
Is that why you wouldn't take me to tea?
Oh, your nose stays cold a long time.
I'm cold-blooded.
I'd hardly say that. You know, you get better and better every time. To be with, to do things with, everything. I never knew what to do with Saturday afternoons before, except for wait for them to become Saturday nights. This one's been wonderful.
Going to an art exhibit, lunching at the plaza, walking down Park Avenue, the most ordinary things.
And what a bit of magic can do to them.
Magic?
Well, that's what it's been. 2 weeks ago tonight, we met, and they've been magic weeks.
I know they have. They've been exactly that. Enchantment. No, Chef! We're going to have tea.
First, right?
Mm-hmm. Chef, you who won't even pick up a newspaper, not another pin.
Well, I've always picked up pins. Sheer superstition, I know, nothing in that.
You have 4 of these already in your pocket.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fine, I'll throw them in the fire.
No!
Why not?
Bad luck. Yes, I'm superstitious too. Give them to me. I'll take them.
Why, what for?
They come in handy for different things.
All right. Superstitious, yet you'll keep this thing in the house after what Redlitch said about it.
Well, I think he's kind of friendly.
Not to me, I don't think. Boom.
Hello? Oh, Nicky. I've been busy. Quite busy. Now, not like that, just busy. What do you want? Well, yes, Chef, yes, I see him every now and then. What do you want with him? Well, no. No, because I can't do that. Well, why don't you call him? Why ask me? No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that either. All right, say them to me, and I will correct you. Yes. Yes. No, count to 10 between the last 2. Okay. Now this party? Oh, I would love to, but I can't tonight.
Sweetheart, if this is...
No, nothing is going on. No, no one is here. Just, no. Hello? Don't come over. Hello? Hello?
What was that all about?
Just someone that I've known for ages and ages.
Were they asking you to coach them in a part or something?
Something like that.
Look, sweet, we've spent all of our time together. All of our meals and everything. It's just occurred to me that there must be people that you're neglecting.
No one I care about.
Well, I've neglected everything. There's a pile of manuscripts on my bed, only I don't get there anymore. Look, why don't you go to your friend's party tonight? Maybe I'll meet you there later.
No.
Why not?
You would hate it.
You know, I haven't met a single friend of yours.
You're not going to. They're awful.
Oh, well, what are they really like?
Ugh. Irresponsible, malicious, unprincipled, and fun.
Well, there's something.
And I just don't think that's the worst part.
What's eating you all of a sudden?
I don't know, I just don't like myself very much myself.
Well, I'm crazy about you. There's life breaking in again. Well... Hello?
It's Nicky!
Oh. Nicky, please!
Oh, Gil, there you are. I want to come up!
There you are. Interruptions.
We won't let him stay long. And besides, we're going to have the rest of our lives together.
Hello. Oh, how very nice. Say, that's new, isn't it? Is that the one Redlitch was talking about? You know, it looks just like that German governess we used to have.
You've been a stranger.
That's right, not since Christmas Eve, eh?
Where have you been?
Believe it or not, in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. You? What for?
I've got a hotel room there. It's handier for work.
Work? You?
Well, it's not nearly as tough as standing in line for unemployment insurance.
Nicky, what are you up to?
I've got a surprise for you. For you too. Sid's new book. Sidney Redlitch.
Already?
Oh, it's not all of it. It's just an outline, the first few chapters, but it'll give you a general idea.
Oh, that was fast.
We've been at it night and day.
Did you say we?
Yes, darling. Witchcraft Rounds by Sidney Redlitch and Nicholas Holroyd with illustrations by Holroyd.
Do you mean that you're writing this with him?
But what do you know about this sort of thing?
Well, you pick things up. Besides, I know about as much as he does.
Well, this is a surprise, isn't it, Gil?
Certainly is.
We've got a surprise for you, too. Earlier today, we decided to get married.
Congratulations, both of you!
Thanks.
So that was pretty fast, too, wasn't it?
No, not at all.
You've been here all along.
Well, not all along. I mean, I've been here a few times.
Chef, may I talk to Nicky just for a minute?
To exchange some sentimental tears.
I guess.
Sure, I'll go up to my apartment for a bit.
Why don't you look that book over now?
Now?
Sure, it won't take you long. It's good.
Well, I might take a glance at it.
Fine.
Bless you, Gil, dearest.
Well. Marriage, no less.
I know, it is very.
Well, between the two of us, he's going to have quite a time.
Two of us?
Me and my book. I'm going to need your help. You know I've never kept up on all manifestos.
Oh, is that whatever you like? What does it matter?
Oh, but I can't. It's a stickler for accuracy.
Wait, you're not writing. Wait, you're not giving him the truth, are you?
Sure I am.
But I thought this book was a joke. I mean, well, he doesn't know about you, does he?
Oh, you have no idea the things I've shown him and told him.
Does he know about me?
No. Darling, I told him it was I who summoned him, but if you'd like to take credit, I...
No, I do not want to take credit. Oh, Nicky, what have you done? You know it doesn't pay to tell outsiders.
Oh, it's going to pay beautifully. I know the chef has made Sid a very generous offer.
Is that what Chef is reading right now upstairs? You can't publish that book. I won't let you.
Harm can it do? There's no name, isn't it?
But your name is in it, and that is too close to home to be safe. Nicky, Chef doesn't know about me, and he's not going to.
Oh, I suppose you're going to tell me you're going to renounce, too?
I have renounced.
Since when?
Just about half an hour ago.
Don't tell me this marriage is on the level.
Mm-hmm.
But that's crazy. You can't be in love with him. What are you marrying him for anyway?
Because I want to. You can't publish this book. I'm not going to let you.
Darling, it's too important to me. I'm sorry.
Well, it's more important to me.
I'm sorry, darling. But quite firmly, no.
Well, then I'm just going to have to go to work, aren't I?
Oh, you don't mean pull one. I thought you'd retired.
Well, I will make a farewell appearance to stop this.
Got people on our side, remember?
Mrs. Theis, I suppose? Well, I'm a lot better than that old battle axe.
Yes. but she can take it up higher to the big boys. She'll get the whole organization in back of it.
That bunch of old phony fuddy-duddies. There isn't one of them who could give anyone a flat tire without having to go to bed for a week. Now, are you going to give me every single book in existence, or am I really going to have to go to work because you know I can? Don't you? Think about that while I take these out.
Too bad. Hello? Shouldn't
Nicky?
sure.
I would do that if I were you. Well, what's it going to be, yes or no?
Not on your life.
Very well, then. Pie, 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 racket. Elvis. Bejulet. Fidibus. I don't want that book being published. Do you hear? Not by anyone.
Gil, watch out.
That'll teach you to threaten me with the organization.
All right, darling. You've asked for it. I'm going to see that your little romance goes on with the girl. Chef is going to know all about you, and before the day is out, too.
Oh, Nicky, you're still here. Good. Oh, there's Pie Wacket. Hello again.
What are you going to do with Pie now?
Put it out.
Oh, no, I meant now that the two of you are getting married.
Oh, did she tell you that he can't stand me? Can't bear me to touch him for some reason or other?
Did you look that book over? How'd you like it?
Are you sure you want me to talk in front of Gillian?
Sure, why not?
Well, Gil, I'm afraid Nicky here has been a bad boy. I'm afraid Queenie is not the only one who goes in for practical jokes in the family.
You think this book's a joke?
It's crazy. It ought to be called Every Young Witch Ought to Know. How had you thought for a minute that I'd fall for this? I was just on the phone with Redlitch upstairs, and you know what he told me? He said that Nicky convinced him that he was one. I think that was going a little far.
Did he tell you how he got here in the first place?
Yes, I had all that. Some sort of luminous paint or something. And all of your references, including a Mrs. DePass, who seems to be some sort of head witch or something. But now, you better tell Redlitch that this book is a joke. Or if not, it's going to have to find another publisher.
No, I don't suppose any other publisher would do any good either, now. Do you, Gil?
Nicky, what are you up to?
Nothing, darling. Okay, Chef. I guess it was silly of me to think that you would believe it like that. So, goodbye, and no hard feelings.
You're an ass, Nicky.
So long, darling. You'll be hearing from me later in the day.
Hey, anything the matter? Nothing wrong between you and Nicky.
No.
Really, the young scamp. I don't think he's going to have an easy time with Redlitch.
Chef? Chef? I've got to tell you something.
What is it?
I'm one.
What?
I'm one. I was one.
One what?
One of those people in that book of Nicky's. And Nicky's one too.
I know what this is about. This is supposed to keep the joke going, right?
No.
What? I'm not going to believe it. Trust me.
No, you've got it all wrong. Listen, you've got to listen to me. I've got to explain something to you.
Not if it's to try and convince me that Nicky's a witch. No.
So where's Warlock?
Well, let's not get technical about it.
Does that mean that you don't believe in any of these things?
No, and it's no good trying to make me.
No matter who told you.
No matter who told me.
I wish I could trust that.
Look, no one's threatening you with anything, are they? Nicky isn't?
Yes, in a way, he sort of is.
Well, he can go to hell. What, threatening to tell me something about you?
Yes.
Something in your past that you don't want questions asked about?
Yes.
Well, what is it? That's easily dealt with.
trying to explain to you, but how?
Well, you tell me yourself.
How? I'm trying to.
Well, what have you been up to? Just tell me. Have you been engaging in un-American activities or something?
You could say American, very American, early American. Chef. Okay. You say you don't believe in the supernatural, right? Okay, what about superstitions? Picking up pins.
Well, there's nothing in that. That's just habit.
No, but what if there is something governing that habit? Like, there are laws of gravity.
Oh, so I've always heard.
You can't set those things aside exactly, but
That's a relief.
But there are ways of manipulating things, like altering things for yourself.
Oh, are there?
Shortcuts to getting your own way.
And just what are those shortcuts?
Well, the people who live by those shortcuts, well, I'm just going to say, they use magic.
Magic.
Yes, magic. There is such a thing. Chef, I know. I can do it.
You can?
Yes, I can.
Well, do it then.
No.
Show me some.
No.
Oh, come
No.
on.
No, it would just go on and on and on. It always does, and I've broken down once already this afternoon. And
Well, you have. What did you do?
I stopped your book from being published.
No, that's my province. I decided not to publish that book after I read 2 pages.
I didn't say that I stopped you from publishing it. I stopped anyone from publishing it.
Oh, how convenient. And how did you do that?
I can't tell you. It's
No.
silly.
Come on. What did you do?
I put on a spell.
And how does one put on a spell?
I used pie whack it.
And what is Pie Whacket supposed to do? Go out and call on all the publishers and tell them to stop it and talk them out of it?
No.
Is Pie Whacket a witch too?
No, he's a familiar.
A what? Oh, yes, I remember. A pet who's supposed to carry out his master's bidding.
Chef, there are other things. I'll tell you. That luminous paint?
Mm-hmm.
That was true. But that wasn't Nicky. That was I. You saw it yourself even. You called it indoor fireworks. And you're coming here. How did that happen? Now your phone went out of order?
Well, that was Providence.
No, that was Nicky. He put it out of order.
Well, I've always heard of a repairman, but wait, why would Nicky do that?
It's a prank. That's all he uses it for mainly, playing tricks. Turning all the lights on 57th Street green. That and his sex life.
Gil, you're going crazy. I don't know about Nicky's sex life, but my telephone going out of order, Redlitch coming here, even the lights on 57th Street. Those are all coincidences.
No, they have to look like coincidences. It doesn't work any other way. I can't take Niagara Falls and bring it to Grand Central Station, and I can't turn this house into the Taj Mahal. There's always a rational explanation if you want it.
Well, I'll take the rational explanation.
Since you took the rational explanation of us.
What did you say?
There now, I've said it.
You mean that was...
That was.
No, wait a minute.
No, you thought you strange yourself, right? This afternoon you called it magic.
I didn't mean it literally.
Well, was it rational what happened to you here on Christmas Eve?
It just happened.
Yes, but what happened? Think back. The phone went out of order. You came in here, the line was busy, you got your number. Do you remember what happened next?
Of course I remember what happened next. You went into the kitchen, I got my number, and you came back with the cat.
Go on.
And then I went to the door to leave, and then I turned around, and that's when I seemed to see you for the first time ever, and you were in my arms.
You left out something. What happened just before that?
Nothing happened. You went there and you started talking to the cat. No. No, I'm not going to believe it. No, absolutely not.
Well, what made you suddenly take me in your arms?
Well, because I wanted to. More than I've ever wanted to do anything in my entire life. And you think you made me do that. Why? What for?
Because I wanted to, so I did that.
You mean I had nothing to do with it at all?
No, I'm sorry, Chef. It's true. These powers do exist. All kinds of powers. I mean, all you have to do is use them.
You mean everyone's got these powers? I can do things?
Guess you could do some things if someone showed you. Don't ever let them.
Oh, don't worry about that.
This whole thing is bad. It's just bad. It's all bad.
Why is it bad?
Because it's habit-forming. You don't know it like I do. I've lived among it, and I see what it can do to people. It's like, like pulling rank or abusing influence, and it can destroy you as a person. There now. I've told you, and I don't have to worry about anyone else telling you now.
You don't have to worry about anything anymore.
You don't believe a word of it.
I certainly do.
You do?
I believe you cast an absolutely wonderful spell on me, and I'm thrilled about it. Oh, don't answer that.
Darling, we have the rest of our lives to spend together. Queenie!
Hello, my darling. Oh, oh, and Shep too. Oh, darling, no, I'm not staying, but I had something wonderful happen to me this afternoon, and I've simply got to tell you.
Oh, tell us then.
Well, you know how utterly lost I've been without the use of my kitchen or anything. Well, this afternoon I met a lady at the Roxy in the ladies' room, and we got to talking, and we found that we had a great deal in common after some things, some pamphlets fell out of my purse. Well, anyway, she said that there was a vacancy in this place that she lives in. She said that I could pay my entrance fee right away, and I could be let in immediately. I can do whatever I want. Well, I'm dining with Mrs. DePass tonight, and it's right around the corner. Chef, there's something wrong.
Did you say Mrs. DePass?
Yes, you know her.
You don't mean that she...
Yeah,
Oh, no.
What's this all about?
Auntie, it's okay. He knows. I told him.
Oh, how wonderful! How exciting! And is he sympathetic?
Let's get one thing straight. She thinks that she's one too?
Yes, Chef. How else do you think I got into your apartment when the door was locked?
You can get through locked doors?
Usually.
Could you get through that one if I locked it?
I think so.
Good, come on.
No, I mustn't. I can't.
No, I suspected that.
You do it then.
Nope. Auntie, I've stopped. Chef and I are getting married.
Oh, darling, how wonderful. Oh, how lovely. But if he knows.
It doesn't matter. I've stopped.
Oh, Chef, I'm sorry about the door.
Yes, I would have liked to see it.
It would have been such fun. Well, darling, now that you're getting married, you won't think that I'm deserting you. Ooh.
Oh, Piewack. Oh! I forgot about him. It's dinner. I'll be right back.
We shall miss you here.
How nice of you. I don't know why I had to come over. I had an impulse, an irresistible impulse to come.
Did you? What is this place you're moving into? Some sort of witch's hostel?
Yes, they have a communal kitchen where we can do all of our own brewing.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, Chef, I know how hard it is to take it at first. I don't know how much Gillian has told you about the spell she put on you.
Yes, I had all that.
You know, darling, maybe I should lend you some books to help explain things to you. I know they helped me a lot.
Did they?
Yes. Of course, I always thought I had artistic temperament. You know, I don't think I ever would have become a witch if my mother had let me go on the stage.
Oh, well, you could have combined your talents. Done vaudeville and card tricks at the same time.
No, darling, I never had any real talent in either direction. Gillian's the one who's really gifted.
Miss Holroyd, you don't think that Gillian actually has any of these powers?
I know she has.
Name me one thing she's done.
Wonderful things. Those thunderstorms. On account of... you know who.
I have no idea who.
Your friend, Wehrle Kittredge.
Nonsense. Gillian doesn't know anything about Wehrle Kittredge.
Well, of course she does. I told her myself that you were getting engaged. That's why she went after you with Piewack.
You mean that she went after me because of Merle?
Well, she thought you very attractive already. You've no idea how much she likes you. Or, perhaps you do.
Miss Holroyd, what are you trying to say?
Well, Shep, with us it's like the saints.
The saints?
Yes, only the other way around. At least that's what the books say. Saints love everyone. Just everyone. With no thought of themselves. Only for us, it's just the contrary.
Maybe I ought to borrow some of these books of yours after all.
Yes, Shep, then you'll see how impractical, well, impossible love is. Not sex. Sex is allowed. In fact, it's almost encouraged, but you already know that.
Miss Holroyd?
Oh, darling Shep, can I be anti now?
Look, Miss Holroyd, I don't think we had better go on with this any longer.
Oh dear, have I been too bold?
I reckon it's been acting very, very strangely. I hate to coax him.
Done. I have to go. I was late even before I came, but I couldn't resist it. I couldn't resist the urge to come.
Did Nicky send you?
Nicky? I just saw Nicky out on the street. He waved to me. It was sort of funny, sort of with, darling, I must drop. Goodbye. Goodbye, Shep, dear.
I've got to ask you some questions. Have you told me the truth about yourself
Yes.
and about us?
Yes.
Well, you didn't tell me that you knew Merle Kittredge. You do know her, don't you? You went to college together? And you knew about her and me too, right from the beginning. You went after me deliberately to spite her.
Oh, not to spite her.
Why then?
Because I wanted to.
Because you were in love with me?
How could I be in love with you? I didn't know you.
Are you in love with me now?
I love you more than I can say.
Can you be in love at all? Can you?
I don't know. I never have. But then I never felt about anyone as I do about you. I mean, how does one know when one is in love?
One knows!
But how?
Could you, I think this is the best test. Could you go on living if I wasn't here? At all, could you?
Well, I would have to, wouldn't I?
There's the answer.
Wouldn't I?
Maybe! But you shouldn't think like you could. Why do you think it's hitting me like this? To find out that this is a frame-up of whatever kind. To find out that you just haven't been there the whole time.
I didn't know.
Know what?
What it would do. What would happen. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's great. And you needn't pretend to cry either, because you can't do that if I remember rightly.
Not cry. So, you believe it now?
No, I don't believe it. Not a goddamn word of it. Can you people take off spells you put on? Because I think you'd better.
I wouldn't, and I won't. I won't!
Oh, that's great.
Where are you going?
Right now, I'm getting the hell out of here. And don't think that just because you put on a spell, that I'm coming back. Because I'm not. Ever!
You can't. You can't! The spell! He'll have to come back. Won't he? Won't he?
What am I doing here? No. No, 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 no! No! God, no, 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 no! 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 Ah.
Oh, a dull moment around here.
Nicky, how did you get in?
Don't ask stupid questions through the door. Where's Shep?
Out someplace.
You haven't had a quarrel or anything, have you?
No, just a visitor. Thank you, Nicky.
Say, what's this? Oh, goodness, someone's been careless.
No one's been careless.
What a pity it got broken. It would have come in so handy right now. Don't tell me Shep broke this.
You know perfectly well who broke it.
Yes, you. But was it in reform or anger? Not just because Shep walked out on him.
Nicky, you know where he is.
Yes, darling.
Where is he?
Oh, he's at Sid's. He went there straight after you. It's no good in calling him. He isn't there now.
Where'd he go?
That I'm afraid I can't tell you.
He's not with Wehrle. He's not thinking of Wehrle, is he?
No, but I think he thinks he ought to be. Maybe he's still in love with her underneath.
I think I haven't thought of that. I've been sitting here battling the temptation to take that spell off. That's when I broke the mask. But if I leave things, he'll love me and loathe me for it.
So I don't think it was very smart you're telling him about the spell. Don't you know what it always says on love potions? Shake well and don't tell.
That's what happens to you. You think you're getting away with something and you forfeit almost everything. And you end up in this little world of separateness from everybody. That's what I found out. Shep, where's his key? Shep?
Nicky, will you clear out? I've got to talk to Gillian and it won't take any more than a couple of minutes.
Sure. I'll just get some cigarettes around the corner.
Shep,
Listen
please.
to me. I've got to say something and I want to say it fast. I wouldn't be here, except that I was told that I had to be, so here I am. For your information, I went to see Mrs. DePax.
Oh no, why? What for?
For her hair, the dog that bit me? After talking to Nicky and to Redlitch about this, they seemed to convince me that there might just be a shred of truth in all this stuff of yours. So I thought I'd take a swing at the full treatment. I heard a lot about this DePax dame from you all, so I got Redlitch to take me up there.
Have to take the spell off.
What the hell else for?
Did she? Shep, did she?
Sure, for whatever it was worth.
How?
I don't know. So with some hocus pocus and a very dirty old parrot. From what I see, it's a lot harder to take off the spell than to put one on.
It would be for her. How do you feel now?
I don't feel anything except goddamn mad.
At me?
At the whole business! And myself for getting involved. Having to go up there hat in hand to that crummy place. Having to learn that little poem and say, yes ma'am, and no ma'am to that dirty old bag. It's stomach churning and humiliating.
I know, don't tell me.
To say nothing of being out a hell of a lot of dough into the bargain.
Why, how much did she charge you?
Plenty.
How much?
Look, I won't go into it. Any of it. The only reason I'm here is that she said it wouldn't be complete until I'd seen you and told you.
Oh, that was nice of her to make that a condition.
Well, I've said what I had to say, and now I can get out of here. And don't think that you can undo this one because she's fixed it so you can't.
And how did she do that?
How the hell should I know? She pretended it was something in that disgusting mess she made me drink.
Oh, I've never heard so much rubbish in all my life.
Look, I won't go into it.
To think she could stop me like that? Oh, it's okay. I'll let you go.
Damn right you will.
And don't think my decision has anything to do with what she did.
Look, I don't want to go into it. I don't know anything about that stuff. I said what I had to say, and now I can go. Goodbye.
You mean goodbye forever?
Of course I mean goodbye forever.
I'll never see you again.
I wouldn't know what for.
Oh!
All through? Well, it cooks.
You knew where he was.
Yes, darling.
It was your bright idea.
No, that was his, all his. He got Sid to call her on.
Is revolting! Ah! Just him going to see her! It is beneath him!
Now hold on.
No, it is! It is cheapening to him! Scrabbling about in the gutters with the supernatural with, Mrs.
Well, are you going to let her get away with it? Come on back to us where you belong. Come to Nat's party with me tonight.
Nicky, where's Gillian? Oh, Gillian! Gillian, I've got Mr. Redlitch here to see you.
Since when do you know Redlitch?
Well, we met tonight in Mrs. DePax's just before Shep went in. Will you see him, darling? It's important.
No. I can't see anyone now.
But, darling, you must. You see, it's about Shep and Mrs. DePax. Mr. Redlitch thinks you may be holding it against him.
Oh, yes. He's the one who took her up to see Mrs. DePax. Fine. let him in?
I don't think you should be cross with him,
Or
darling.
don't you? Bring him in.
Yes, dear.
Boy, is he gonna need a drink.
Come! Yes! 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 There she is, darling. Right there.
Good evening, Miss Holroyd. It's nice of you to see me.
Yes, it is you I have to thank for taking Shep to see Mr. Pass. Haven't I, Mr. Redlitch? Taking him there to be cured of me.
Oh, it wasn't that.
Oh, no? What was it then?
Well, it was to put him where he was when he first met you, like in Shakespeare. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to be. Well, when they take off the power of the flower in Midsummer
Yes, and Titania falls out of love with the ass.
Oh, yes, I
Thank you
guess.
for the comparison.
I guess that was putting my foot in it. But what I want to explain to you is that I couldn't help myself. You see, I thought at the time that you mightn't altogether like it,
Oh,
but...
you did? That was smart of you.
Well, and then when your aunt here told me how you always had a hate on old Bianca.
Bianca, huh?
Mr. Pass. Well, when I heard that, when I heard you always been rivals, so to speak.
Rivals? No, we have never been rivals! That third-rate, vulgar, self-advertising male sorceress!
Well, she is about the best in the business, darling.
Shoot, it's people like her that make me want to bring back the Inquisition. Do you know what she made him do? She made him come here and tell me what she had done. Told me it was part of it.
Well, maybe it is, dear.
Not for anyone who knows their business, no. She can't possibly be as bad at it as that. No, that was just a crow over me.
Well, look, Miss Holroyd, I don't know anything about that side of it, but I do know that you're no slouch yourself when it comes to revenge and that sort of thing, and I just don't want you to take it out on me. You see, the whole thing was Chef's fault, the whole thing.
Yes. And now you're afraid of the consequences.
Well, only from you. I mean,
Well, why don't you get Mrs. Pass to protect you if you think so highly of her? I mean, I wouldn't think she would consider a little thing like rendering me impotent to be beyond her powers. Or you could go visit the local minister and have him exorcise me with bell, book, and candle.
well, look, Miss Holroyd, don't get mad. You see, I didn't do anything except what I was asked to do.
Oh, and what if you were asked to commit a murder or introduce someone to a murderer who would do it for the price of, what does she charge for a little chore like this?
Well, she varies her prices, dear, according to people's means.
And what did you tell her?
Well, I thought he was quite well off. I'd seen his bank book and letters from his broker.
What did that sound about?
She said she was going to ask for $5,000.
What?
Well, I thought it was a little high myself, but she said that supposing you and he had been married, it would have cost him a lot more than that to be divorced.
Another pretty comparison.
Well, look, Miss Holroyd, I don't mean to intrude on our brief, but put yourself in my place.
I'd rather not, Mr. Redlitch. But don't worry. I won't do anything to you.
Well, gee, well, that's swell, Miss Holroyd. Thank you very much. Just one last thing now about the Burke. And Nicky said you put sort of a stop to it.
Yes, I did.
Well, don't you think? I mean, and now that Shep's not, don't you think that you might be able to release that? Not just now necessarily, because
Mr. Redlitch, don't you think you ought to steer clear of this kind of thing from now on? I don't think you have the nerve for it or the temperament.
Yes, maybe you're right, but I only meant to say.
Mr. Redlitch, go away.
Sure. Well, thanks a lot anyhow, and goodbye, and goodbye, Miss Holroyd.
I do. Nothing you need to use it, right? And I'll try to explain.
Yeah, but don't consider it's not worth it. All right, goodbye.
Darling, how do you feel
Feel?
now?
Feel?
Feel like coming to Natalie's party with me tonight?
Nope. I've got more work to do here tonight.
Oh, Bianca!
You know, darling, you're wrong about her. Really, you are. She was very nice about you tonight. She really was.
Oh, I'm sure she was. Oh, dear Gillian. I am so fond of her. I mean, just an amateur, of course, but quite gifted in her own way. Was that it?
Well, yes.
Is amateur? I will show her!
That's my big sister!
She got her $5,000. You know, I wonder why he said it tasted so bad. She must have thought if it didn't, he didn't think he'd get his money's worth. It must have tasted revolting for that. those valuable Chinese rugs you once told me. Hmm? And that mink coat. Let's start with some moths.
Gillian, you mustn't.
Come to that, there's Meryl, too. This poison pen. Be as thou was wont to be. And how is that? In love with Meryl Kittredge? She's not getting him back. None of I have anything to do with it. Where is Pie Racket? Pie? Pie! Pie Racket!
I've never seen her like this before.
Yes, but don't stop her.
He's up there.
Well, darling, maybe you should think it over till the
I
morning.
can do this on my own. Let's see what I've got.
Oh, oh! Get it! Oh my goodness!
Where is that stuff I got in Haiti?
Darling, you can't have the moths and think of the other people in the building.
Think the moths.
And what of Meryl? Why don't you transport her somewhere?
Chef go after me.
Then make her fall in love with someone very unsuitable, like the garbage man, perhaps.
Here it is. Here it is. I've been waiting for an opportunity to try this.
What is it?
Ooh, something really fancy. Revenges. But we'll need something of theirs. Do you have anything belonging to her?
I've got a picture of Mrs. DePass upstairs, but I don't think I should let you use it.
I can write her name and use that. That'll do. That'll do for Miss Poison Pen, too.
A double header. Better come back your stages.
Nicky delights to enter the big ashtray. First, Bianca. What's her middle name?
I think it's Flo.
Flo DePass. Good. Merle, Emily Kittredge. It's funny that I should remember that it's Emily.
Things do come back when they're needed.
Please, darling.
Actually, you don't have to stay. If you don't like it.
What letter C?
It's but that you'll have to keep quiet. Matches? Zeatox, Zerami, Eloath. Damn, another. It won't light.
This stuff must be old or something.
No, the paper won't light.
Maybe the ashtray is damp?
It doesn't matter. I'll just use the whole book. Ah!
What is it?
Nothing. We're not going to go on with this tonight.
Why not?
So I've changed my mind.
But
I've changed my mind!
Say, you haven't been defrosted or anything, have you?
No, of course not.
Something really is wrong. The old
Nicky?
wives' tales are true.
Nicky, why don't you go to your party tonight and I will join you there later. Nothing is going to happen here tonight any further, okay?
Just call me when you're feeling better, okay, Gil?
Gil? What is it?
Henry, it's true.
You mean
I've lost my powers.
you've fallen in love
Guess so.
with Shep, you mean?
Who else?
Oh, but darling, now.
You find time for it. I've been coming down with it all evening. I just didn't know what it was, and now I'm through. I'm through. Through as a witch anyway.
Gil? What's love like?
It's horrible.
Tears. Real tears.
And I think I always envy people who could cry. It's awful.
Oh,
Auntie, I don't want to be human now. I don't
Nicky, it's Aunt Queenie.
Oh, come on up.
Really? Oh, it's been such ages. Oh, at 34th Street traffic. You must teach me how to handle that. Oh.
Yes, it's maybe so late I can't stay.
Oh, but no, darling, you must. You and Gillian cannot go on this way, especially when she's been so unhappy.
She's still in love with Shep?
Yes, and he hasn't said a thing in this house since that night.
What's she do with herself these days anyways?
Well, she has a job.
A job?
Gillian goes to the movies. At first she just went because they were a good place to cry in, and then she said if she was going to start having human emotions, she might as well do something about them.
And she's learning all this through the movies?
Yes. And then she met a lady there, whose job was seeing movies. And she said that Gillian can write up the movies in the evening. She sees 2 double features a day. She reports on them.
Wouldn't you rather be dead?
Nicky, you mustn't say things like that. You must try to be kind.
Auntie, you're losing your touch. You're not even dressed correctly. How can a self-respecting witch like you say a thing like that?
Nicky, I don't want to scold you. Not about anything. But firstly, I am very old. And secondly, I understand that ever since your book died, you have been very discourteous to Sidney.
Sidney, since when?
Well, every so often. Quite a while, actually. We have dinner together every Wednesday, Mr. Redlitch and I.
Didn't mean to be discourteous, but things have been pretty slim for me.
Oh, Nicky, Queenie. Oh, it's so nice. I mean, what brought you here? I mean, I haven't seen you since, well, since.
I thought I'd just stop by and say hello, or rather Aunt Queenie thought I should.
Well, that's lovely. That's just lovely. Won't you come in and sit down?
Oh, no, I can't. I've got something else to do.
Oh, all right.
How's Pirate?
Oh, he ran away.
Nothing for him to do around here anymore?
No, I guess.
Look, Gil.
Mm-hmm.
You look different.
Better or worse?
That depends upon your taste, I guess. Well, so long, Gil. Auntie.
What did you see this afternoon, dear?
I didn't stay. It was 2 comedies.
You're very nervous.
And he Shep's upstairs.
How'd you know?
I saw him at the window. Just a glimpse of him.
Did he see you?
I don't know. I'm afraid he may have.
Not
And
afraid!
I'm so grateful that I haven't run into him or bumped into him and that he hasn't been in the place. And to know that he's up there is more than I can stand. Let's not have dinner here tonight. Let's go out. Let's go out right now.
No! I wish I could summon him.
Summon him.
Yes, and then we could tell him about what happened to you, about your accident and what caused it.
Tell him. I would go to any lengths for him to not find out.
But darling, why?
I don't know, a little thing called shame or pride. I don't know. These are new emotions or old ones in reverse. The other side of the coin. I don't know.
Oh, it's him! It's he.
Just answer the
could I see you?
Oh, I've got Queenie here.
Darling, I have a dinner engagement.
No, we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out.
No, I'm sorry, my dear. I completely forgot. It totally slipped my mind. I'm sorry, my love. Goodbye, goodbye, chef dear.
I'm afraid Miss Holroyd has the wrong idea of why I came. This isn't a friendly visit.
No?
You see, I'm going to Europe tomorrow, and I came to get some things I needed upstairs. I only found out I still have an apartment here.
Oh.
I told my secretary after that night to move me the hell out of this place and never mention it to me again. I don't mean to be offensive.
I understand.
But only this morning did I find out that none of my stuff is in storage. Stuck with the apartment. No sublet. You don't expect me to believe nowadays that suddenly there's no tenants to be had. I see your hand in this, and I don't intend to put up with
What
it.
have I done?
You know very well what you've done. You fixed it that way.
Did the agents call your secretary?
They did, but I don't know what they told her. I didn't let her get that far. I intend to deal with this myself.
Oh, and you mean deal with me? Well, I can't help you.
You mean you won't?
That will end this interview. I will accept that.
Well, I won't accept that. This is sheer vindictiveness trying to keep me here.
Well, I won't accept that. The whole thing is in your lease if you would bother to look or listen instead of jumping to insane conclusions. The owner of the building won't give me a sublet, and if you think I fix it, I will dispel you of that illusion. I don't want you in this house. I would far rather that you were out of it. And to make that perfectly clear, I will cancel your lease if that will suit you.
You will?
Gladly.
Done.
Good.
Fine.
Finished.
Oh.
What is it?
I was wondering if my secretary is in the office.
Would you like to call her and see?
On that phone?
If you prefer not to.
It's not my favorite phone, but I'll take my chances. Sorry, I got sore.
I did too.
How have you been?
Fine. And you?
Fine. How's Paiwaki?
Fine.
Keep you busy?
Him or me?
Both of you. Hello, Miss Bishop. Sorry I flew off the handle. Look, I'm in Miss Holroyd's apartment, and I've arranged to cancel the lease. Will you look after it? I won't be in the office in the morning, so why don't I just leave the key here, and you can pick it up in the morning. Is that all right?
Of course.
All right, then. What? What rent? Well, haven't you been paying? All right, no. Don't worry about it. I will take care of it. Goodbye. I gather I owe you some rent? 3 months to be exact.
You don't owe me anything.
What?
I owe you far more than that.
What do you owe me?
About $5,000 anyway.
Huh?
What Mrs. DePass charged you, and that was outrageous.
Well, I thought it was a bit excessive, but I had nothing to compare it to. Do you mind if I leave a note for my secretary? She's terribly dumb.
How's Meryl? Did you go back to her, or was that spoiled?
Oh, I went back to her, all right.
And what happened? I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be inquisitive. It's just, it's been rather like not knowing the end of a movie.
Yes, I can see that. Well, I went back to her, but it didn't work out.
Because of me? Did you tell her about me?
No, I didn't.
Didn't she want to know how you come to leave her?
Yes, she did. But I didn't go into it. Aside from the fact that I was, well, bewitched was the word I used, and I didn't say I meant it literally. Well, she did something when we were together. I can't tell you what, but it ended things.
Was it a letter, an anonymous letter?
Why, was it a habit of hers?
I'm afraid it was.
Actually, it was a letter she had written to my partner while I was with you.
Yes, you said he had been acting strangely.
And that was why. This is strange for you.
What is?
All this interest, all this curiosity. You look different, too.
How different?
I don't know, but different. This place is different, too.
I've just changed a few things in the apartment. That's all the difference is. Look, you don't have to stay here and be polite.
Yes, I've got a great deal to do. Oh, my key. Will you give it to my secretary?
Of course.
remind me. I've been meaning to give this back to you, but I didn't know how to go about it. It's the key to this apartment.
Excuse me.
Here.
Just put it up there. I have been wondering how I could go about returning this to you.
What is it?
It's your locket.
I gave that to you.
Under false pretenses, and I felt worse about this than I have over anything. Please take it.
Well, it doesn't mean much.
It does to me, please.
Wait a while.
Okay, now I feel better. Okay, now I think I would like you to go.
Yeah, yes.
What are you staring at?
It's strange to look at you like this. I'm sorry. Looking at you like this is kind of like seeing a double image. Like a stranger, a complete stranger, and someone I've known intimately. Very intimately. And it's hard to forget that, here at least.
Please go away.
Gillian, you're not blushing, are you? And are you crying?
Yes, I'm crying. You thought we couldn't, could you? Well, you were wrong.
Are you quite sure of that?
Quite sure.
Well, I'm not. You're different. Completely different. Why? Tell me.
What does it matter?
Well, it matters to me a hell of a lot. Are you not one anymore? Is that it?
All right, fine. I've lost my powers. Now you do know, and I guess you're entitled to that much satisfaction. Just please leave me alone.
How did you lose them?
Just take his wits.
Is that apt to happen?
Under certain circumstances.
What circumstances?
Kinds.
No, there's just one. It was in that book of Redlitch's.
Doesn't have anything about it.
Yeah, but Nicky does, and he helped him write it.
Chef, if you've ever had any regard for me, please, just go. Please. I don't... What is the use of just going on and being like this?
Because something has been happening to me since I walked into that door today. I want to be sure that it's the real thing this time. And now I will go. But maybe I won't go to Europe just yet. I want to give those images a chance to blend in my mind. I think you've got some idea of what I'm talking about.
I think so. It's been happening to me for quite a long time.
It has?
I'm only human.
You got it.
You know what I went wrong.